Hi, this is Diane with Bolan-Beaty Boogie, and this week we have a show devoted to Marc, which I think is very appropriate. Sometimes I don't know what he wants to do. Sometimes we collaborate on the theme. This week, when I was doing my meditation, he popped in and said, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I said, "I think that's a great idea." And yeah, Spirit wants me to mention that we do have a website, www.channelingmarc.com, and we have answered a lot of questions that were put to Marc. He's talked a lot about who he was as Marc Bolan, who he is now in spirit. We've done traveling. We've interviewed a lot of celebrities, a lot of different types of energies, interdimensionals. It's not all in video format, but it is handwritten when I was doing the automatic writing. So take a look. You might find your favorite celebrity has been interviewed by Marc and myself. I think that's about it for this week. We'll see you soon. Yeah. I'm here. Hello. Hello, everyone. This is Marc. Marc. Yeah, you. Yeah. Yep. What? Yeah. You would have known me in my last physical life as a Marc Bolan of the rock band T-Rex, and I will be your host for this show, the Bolan-Beaty Boogie Show. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do I have? Yeah. Okay. So I have my studio friends here with me. They are various energies and spirits. Okay. And yeah, you're an eclectic mix, I would say. Very much so, right? What do you guys think of that? Good apt description for you? No, we have a great time. Okay, so, yeah. So the theme for tonight is, and we just came up with this one fairly recently, okay? Just like, yeah, about 10 minutes ago, okay? Or at least Diane found out about it, okay? Okay, so yeah, I'm going to check out the cosmos and pull down some answers that you might have for me, okay? Now, these could be answers. Yeah. You know, I get questions all the time. Okay. Yeah. Being Marc. And I am very, how could I say it? Not surprised necessarily, but very happy and humbled, actually. Okay? That you all remember me so. And so it's wonderful, and I do get all of your questions, and I do send responses, okay? I can't, well, maybe not to everything, okay? But I do try and send responses to you all, okay? So if you do ask me a question, yeah, wait to see if you get a response somehow, okay? It may not be in a verbal sense, but it may be another way, okay? Yeah, right. That's it. My music could come on. That happens, yeah, to Diane. That happens to a lot of people, actually. It could come on in a shop or a place that you're going to be later on in the day. I try to do that. That's an easy one to do. Okay, that's a pretty easy one to do. So I try to do that if I can. Or yeah, something could come on the radio if you're listening. Is there a radio anymore? Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, yep. Well, there is kind of, or whatever you're listening to. Which yeah. There's downloading services now. So yeah. So but if they do a shuffle or something like that, they might hear me, right? Like the greatest rock bands of the '70s. That would be a good playlist, and I'd be on that, I'm sure, right? Yep. Okay. So yeah. So I'm gonna do that. Okay. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna get current. Try to get current time. Okay. And this would cover the whole world. Okay. And we'll see what we can get with that. And if not, maybe there are some questions that are general questions about being in spirit or being in energy form or being in interdimensional form, because I have a lot of interdimensional friends, right, and I talk to them a lot, and then I ask them questions about what it's like to be you, and then they ask me questions about what it's like to be me. Well, the interdimensional friends I have, well, usually they're in some physical form, right? Because otherwise they'd be in a spirit form, and then they wouldn't be interdimensional as per se. Okay. Um, um, so okay, let's start. Okay. So first question. Okay, great. Okay, well, okay. It's a general question, but I'll take it. Okay, it's somebody is asking me. Well, they're curious. Okay. Yeah. So this is how it works. Okay. Um, yeah. So people are curious about things that I did as Mark. Okay, and they may be curious about um, what I'm doing in spirit, if I'm in spirit, right? And so these could be, it's energy, it's all energy. So it could be in a written form, it could be I'm just pulling it, okay? And I'm not being no, I'm not being particular about where it's coming from. So it could be a written form, it could be a verbal form, it could be spoken on a chat show or whatever. Yeah, right now it could be something like that. It could be something that somebody's doing on a podcast. And yeah, I know about that. Okay, yeah. So I know everything that's currently happening. Right. Because I'm in current time. Very much. I can only be in current time. Okay. So yeah, Where's that first question gone? Okay, come back. Can you come back? Okay. Oh, okay. So they're asking, what was it like to be as famous as I was, and in that time period? Okay. Well, it was great. What can I say? It was an amazing experience. I came down to actually do it, be that famous. Okay, what else? Okay, they're saying, would it have mattered to me if I had done it another way? Okay, so would it have meant as much to me if I had been famous doing something else? Mm, well, okay. It would have had to have been something creative, okay? So I had my preference, okay? I had the way that I wanted to do it. So I wanted to be creative. I wanted to be a poet. And I wanted to be, the musician, kind of stemmed from the poetry, okay? And yeah, because that was the really popular medium at the time, right? Rock music, right? You couldn't beat that. That was so popular, and it was up and coming. Well, past up and coming, right? But yeah. So some of the musicians who really influenced all of the future rock musicians and groups, okay, were in the 50s, 60s, right, and then 70s, right. So they were very influential, and I was influenced by them all too, right. And I loved music, so yeah. But would I have a preference? I would have had a preference. Okay, so let's say, would I have liked to have been a famous political figure? No. No, it would have to have been something creative. Okay, so it would have made a difference to me. Okay, it would have. Yeah. Well, I'm saying that now. If you asked me then, but no, I would have. It really meant a lot to me that I could be as well known as I was and could share what I wanted to share with you. Okay, so that's my poetry, that's my music, that's my fashion sense, that's my personality. It was all Marc Bolan. Okay, and it was it was a really, I think, an interesting package there. And but I'm very happy that I got to spread Marc to so many people. Right. Okay, what? Okay, next question, please. Okay. Yeah, so somebody is asking out there, do I still feel like I'm Marc Bolan? Okay. Is that really important to me as a spirit? Okay. Well, yes. Okay, it is. Marc is very important to me. I am not, as I've said many times on the show, I'm not currently Marc. Okay, so I'm not necessarily 100% going to talk like Marc. I'm not going to act like Marc necessarily. I'm not going to use the same vocabulary as Marc because I am not currently a spirit who is in 1970s, 1960s Britain, right? Okay, no, right? But I have my memories as Mark, and when you return to spirit, you will. That'll make sense to you. That'll make sense to you. Okay, but with every physical incarnation you have, you take a little bit of yourself. Well, I would say depending on how much you want to take, but you do take aspects of your personality and then mold them into a new character, so to speak, right? So it is kind of like acting on the stage. You get to become a new character every time, and it all depends on who you are as a spirit. If you want to take a lot of who you are as a core spirit, right, right. I did take a lot of who I am as a core spirit. Yep. As Mark, right? What? Yeah, that they're saying that's why I was so adorable, right? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So it's one of those things. It's one of those things that. Did I answer the question? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I did. What? I did. Okay. Well, they're saying vaguely. Not vaguely. Okay. Okay. Next question, please. Okay. This is coming from a different type of source, and it's coming from further away. Oh, I think this is coming from like off Earth. Do I have a fan? Off Earth. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think I do. Okay. Yeah. What do you want to ask? Oh. Okay. So they're saying, yeah, I think I've answered this, but that's okay. I've answered this before on the show. Okay. So they're saying if I had lived longer, what would I have done? Okay. Well, okay. Well, there's a lot I would have done, but okay. So this is an interesting question in a way, right? Because obviously I could have lived further than I did. But then part of it was, no, I was not going to do that, right? So there's speculation based on that because it was never really going to happen. So you were asking me basically as speculation, what would I have done? Even though, okay, so yeah, the life of Mark was predestined really to end there, right? And so it was too strong of a pull to keep me there. Okay. So, but you were asking me then to speculate. Well, I would have. I would have branched out into movies. But of course, I did say a lot of things that never happened. But then, of course, I didn't. I wasn't there very long, right? But So that's what. Yeah. I'm showing myself actually juggling balls. Okay, and I kept a lot of balls in the air, and I never let them really stop. Okay, and that's just who I was as Mark because my mind was always going. Okay, and I was always creating. But yeah, I'm a mega creator, and we've talked about that before. And I'm not saying that to be arrogant by any means, but there are certain spirits who that's what they do. Create. And so that is what I do. That's what I am very good at, and I enjoy doing it. Right. So yeah. So yeah, balls in the air all the time. Not those. Stop. No. Okay. So anyway. So I would have done. Yeah. I would have liked to have done movies. Okay, because I loved movies, and I still do. I think they're an amazing way of expanding your awareness, the audience's awareness. It takes them, it takes the audience to another place. It can be another level or another place, so they can really truly, and music does this too. Interact with another world, another century, and really have a sense outside of their lives. It's an amazing thing. And so I would have liked to have gotten more involved in that. And I don't know. Well, I would have tried directing. I definitely would have tried directing. And who knows? I might have had some flops. To begin with. And maybe I would have started with doing a videos type of shorter things. Would they what? Would they have been artsy types of? Well, I did like Fellini. I love Fellini. Okay, so I probably would have ripped him off a lot. Yeah. I probably would have ripped him off a lot because I loved his images. And then I would have probably been involved in whatever musical score. Yep. So yeah, there was a lot of ideas. There were a lot of ideas, and I would have liked to have tried some of them, but it's not that I'm not. I'm still doing stuff in spirit, which which we can talk about later. Somebody else. Okay. Is there another question? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Hold on. Oh. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So somebody's asking, what did I like doing better? Yeah, we've answered this before too. But did I like or prefer writing lyrics, writing the music, performing? I did prefer. Well, you know, I like doing all. I like doing them all. Right. I liked really the lyrics were the poetry was really important to me. It really, yeah, made my heart sing, so to speak. Okay, and that enabled Marc to sing. Right. And so the music, I like the music. I like the music. But I loved also performing. Okay. Yep. It was arduous. Yep. At times doing the touring. But I did love being in front of an audience. I loved it. I loved being in front of an audience. No, I didn't really get. No, I didn't really get too nervous. Not too nervous. No, not too nervous. Because I loved doing it. I loved doing it, and I was very confident as Marc. I was very confident as Marc. Yeah, well, of course, everyone has their doubts, but I was very confident that I knew what I was doing as Marc. And, you know, I'm saying that because, well, who knows? Things could go wrong, right? I could play the wrong chord. But most of the audience didn't seem to care, right? Yep. They love the show. They seem to really love it most nights. Yeah. Okay, does that answer that question? Yeah. I like doing it all, but some things more than others. Okay. Next. Okay, do we have anyone else? Hold on. Oh. Okay, yeah, somebody's asking, well, what am I doing now as Marc? Okay, am I? Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not really Marc. Okay, yeah. So, but I am Marc. So that's what's okay. So they're saying what? Okay, what am I doing? It's whoever I am now, right? Okay. Well, I'm doing a lot of the same things, right? I still love to. I love to travel. Okay, and Diane and I were talking about this earlier today about our show, right? And I think she's going to talk about this in her talk at the beginning. But I do a lot of what you would consider, I guess, space travel. Because a lot of it's not really explored yet, okay? And I'm saying that from from my perspective, okay? From my perspective and a personal perspective, right? And it's something that I really feel strongly about because I love to discover. I love to discover and I love to find out who's out there and meet them. So that's a big priority with me, and that's one of the reasons I work a lot with David Bowie, because he's into that too, right. Communication between all of us, right? So I do that a lot. Sometimes I don't do anything, right? Sometimes I don't do anything. I like to meditate. I like to just kind of hang out in beautiful surroundings. I do listen to the form of music that they have here. There are things like movies. There is art. Yes, of course, that's what I say. But yeah, that's it. Whatever you have on earth has sprung from spirit. So it's not like when you go back to spirit, you're going to be denied anything. It's going to multiply. Okay, so yeah, I do like to do the same type of things as I did as Marc. Most of them creative or reflective. Well, no, I don't. No. I'm not. No. I don't. I'm pretty much. I have some really close friends. Otherwise, I don't mind being by myself. I really don't mind being by myself. Okay. Okay. Is that okay? Anything else? Anyone else? Okay. Hold on. No, hold on, something's coming in. Okay, yeah. Well, this one's, some things are, yeah, some are closer than others. So let me just try to, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. What? Yeah, no, maybe not that one. Okay. Another one, please. Yeah, 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 yeah. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, oh, very okay, great, great. And I kind of talked about that sooner, earlier. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, okay. So somebody's asking. Okay, let's say you're a Marc Bolan fan, a T-Rex fan, and um, yeah, because there are some people. Okay, so let me talk about that a bit. Okay, yeah. So they're saying there's still, yeah. Well, they would be getting, yeah, yeah. Um, um, if there are any fans out there, they're saying who really are sad because I did leave so early, right? Yeah, yeah. Well, I've talked about this before, okay? And yeah, no, 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 no. I would, yeah. Well, you have to feel how you feel, okay? But I am saying that I'm very, very, very happy where I am, right? I left the earth when, I wanted to, and I know that might be hard for some people to hear, but I did. And it was the right time for me, right, right, right. So, yes, as I've said before, I left the music, all right? I left my music for everyone to still be able to have and listen to. And if they want to really tune into who I was as Marc, that would be the way to do it, right? That would be the way to do it. And enjoy and dance around, because that's what I created it for, to share with you and to bring you joy, right? Right, 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 right. So, yeah. What? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's what yeah. So, but what else? Okay, so they're asking, like, okay, well, that's great, but what if somebody wants to get a hold of you, as you are now? Okay, so that's why I do take questions, okay? I do take questions. If somebody wants to communicate with me, I do my very, 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 very best. Yeah, well, yeah, I do. I do have a lot of energy coming my way, but I'm used to that, and I do have some filters. Okay, I do have some filters up. I'll let you know that. But in general, anything that you want to say to me will get through, right? So I'm hoping. Yep, 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 yep. Well, I'm not hoping. I know that that hope. Yeah. Well, I'm saying. Okay, let me try to put. Hold on. Let me try to put this in a way that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's it. That's it. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, if you, yeah. So if your question, if your feeling, if your comment to me, if you send it out, um, um, very, 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 very good chance that I'm going to get it. Okay. Now it might be in a different energy form than what you're sending it, but yeah, more often than not, I will get it. So you will be sharing that with me. Okay, does that make sense? So hopefully that will make you feel, if anyone does, feel less, or some type of sadness about my not being around anymore. I am around, right? I am around. So yeah, yep, yep. So if you want to send a comment, yeah, like I said, I get a lot. I try to send you something back. Mm-hmm. But if you don't feel that you didn't get a response, please don't be disappointed, okay? Because it wouldn't have been intentional, right? Sometimes I do, yeah. Sometimes I send a mass energy response, but I make it individual packets inside of that, if that makes sense to everybody, okay? Mm-hmm. Right, right, right. So I hope that helps. What is that? Okay, let's just take maybe one more question. Let's take one more question. Um, oh, okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yeah, I've been asked this before. Okay, yeah. So there, and yeah, a lot of well, celebrities, yeah, celebrities or people who have made it in their field, famous. They get asked this a lot, but it's a very good question. Okay, so what would be my advice to somebody who wants to be in the music business. Okay, now this is an interesting question because obviously the music business has changed since I was in it. Okay, yep. It's very, 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 very different. Okay, and I won't go into all the details about that necessarily. I don't really feel that it's. Yeah, my point is I'm glad I made music when I did in the 70s, okay? Because there was a chance then of somebody like me, right, who didn't have, some type of, pedigree that would have enabled me to make it without money, funds, or some type of patronage or that type of thing. So I was able to do what I did by sheer determination and stubbornness, really, really. And I knew that I could do it. I knew that I could do it. I knew, I did. I felt like what I had to offer I felt better than what was famous, what was generating a lot of income and people were loving. I felt like I could do better. And so that's what I did. That's what I did. But I think, I did definitely pick the time that I wanted to come down there, right after the Beatles, and before music started to change, right. So I did pick that specific period. I got in as Marc, and it was, no, I don't think it was an amazing. It wasn't amazing. It was a lot of hard work. Luck, maybe. Yeah, I was in the right place at the right time. But again, that wasn't necessarily luck. It's how I planned to do it. Right. So my advice, Okay, so again, I think I've said this before, but I will say it again. Okay, it's a different music business, but I think, what I would recommend. Now, I know there's all these electronic ways of making music, and some of it I think is great. Some of it I think is great. I would have loved to have had the capability to do what you can do with music right now. But, the fixing and no. Okay, so you got to be true to who you are as a musician, okay, as a poet, as a performer. Right. Okay, if you sing off key, you sing off key, right? So I'm not necessarily into fixing anything that people feel is a fault, because I don't feel that it would be a fault. Because there's a lot of singers out there who are great because they have passion, and maybe they don't sing like, an opera singer or something like that, but they've got the passion and they get their message across, right? And part of that could be that, they sing off key once in a while or something. Yeah. So no, I'm not into that. Okay. So don't necessarily focus on being perfect, right? No. You're all perfect, okay? You're all perfect, so you don't have to focus on that, right? You're perfect who you are and what you were doing. So so don't think, I need to be perfect, because you are already perfect, okay? No matter what you do. So you can just let that one go. Okay? And I think what's really important for me is to be able to play an instrument, okay? Or to be able to sing, or to be able to, So what I'm saying is, like, when I learned to play the guitar, it was really, really important to me that I had the energy coming from my brain, through my body, through my hands, and working the guitar, right? And that was important to me. I learned to play an instrument, okay? And it wasn't easy necessarily. It was a challenge. But I knew how to play an instrument, right? And it's important to have that energy come through your body and through your creative chakras in your hands, right? So I would say, so they're saying, well, what if you don't play an instrument? What if you don't want to play an instrument and you just want to do electronics or blah, blah, blah? Well, whatever form you want to take, right? Master it, okay? Master it. No half-assed stuff, Master it as best you can, and really feel like you're contributing, yeah, something that's very important to you, right? Right. And so that would be some advice. Okay, so yeah. So what's your intention in creating this? Think about that. Think about that. Okay, and yeah. So I think that yeah, and I know it's a big money business now, right? I know it's a big money business now, and it might be harder to get noticed if you don't have a lot of money backing you. Okay, but there are ways to do it. There are ways to do it. Okay, and if you really want it, it will happen. Okay, but I'm not saying okay. Well, don't yeah, but don't feel bad if you're really wanting to do it and it doesn't happen. Okay, that means that maybe your path or your way to creativity is different than what you're focusing on right now. Okay, so look around. Maybe there's something else that you can do that will mean even more to you. Right? That's an option. That's an option. Okay, so that would be my advice. That would be my advice. Be true to who you are. Okay, be true to who you are, and that would go with anything that you do in life. Okay, and I know you've all heard that before, but it does really make a difference, right? And that's what. Oh, okay, they're saying that's a good point. Okay, like let's say it's a life or death you feel situation that you want to be a famous musician. Okay, well, and make a lot of money off of it, and then it just doesn't seem to be happening, and you're getting yeah. Well, it's a hard, very hard thing to do. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. If it doesn't seem to be working out, look around for maybe something else that you might enjoy doing more, right? Because it might be there. It might really be there. If you stay focused on something so much that you close yourself off, if you close other avenues of creativity off, or you're yeah, that's what it is. You're so focused on a certain outcome. Yeah. So say yeah. So yeah, you could tell yourself, or yeah, when you're thinking about this, say you could say something like, okay, well, I would like to be my most creative self, and yeah, and just leave it at that, and set the intention of what you would like to accomplish and do. Okay, and don't put any limitations on it. No. Don't put any. Yeah. I mean, I could have done a lot of things. I did a lot of things as Mark. Yeah, I did want to be creative. Okay, and I did want to share it with people. And then things just started falling into place. Okay. So try that. Try that. Don't limit yourself to any specific way of doing it. Okay. Think a broader aspect of what you want to share, who you want to be, and how you want to do it. Okay? That's about it. That's about it. Okay, that's all the time we've got. Okay. So, yeah, this is Mark signing off for today. And I want to thank you all for joining me on the Bolan-Beaty Boogie Show. And we will see you soon. Okay.